Hi, welcome back to Candid Talk with Adelle. As always, we're here to make sure that you grow and you're accountable. And guess what? It is the new year. Happy New Year. I'm excited. If you're watching this, you're definitely in the new year. So we thank God for that opportunity. And this being the first month of the year, we're here to make sure that you're inspired to try your level best to be accountable and to grow at the same time. So I have a very, very special guest, and that guest is none other than Mr. Sam Ngambwachi, who's a Rotarian as well. So if you want to hear more from him, if you know him, please stay with me because we're getting started right now. Hello, Sam.
Hi, Adele.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
You have become a big boss.
No.
Managing partner at Faye Consults. You're a trainer as well.
Yes, I do.
I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
We've come from so far, you know.
I know.
2 kids from Bushenyi down there.
Yes.
You're welcome to Candid Talk with Adelle.
Thank you, Adele.
I'm really glad to have you, and especially in the new year, and happy New Year.
Happy New Year too, and happy 2023 to the viewers.
It's going to be amazing, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm excited about this one.
Already.
Yes, so this year we all want to be rich. We all want to be rich. Or some people want to be wealthy, not just rich. You know, it's different. So how do the rich people stay rich? Let's have a conversation around being rich and what it means to actually create that wealth as an individual, especially in this year 2023. If you're ready to be a rich person, what does it mean to be rich?
I think one of the greatest things about rich people, wealthy people, when you get to learn more about people and how they think, is that one is a mindset.
Yeah.
Many of us have failed to do what we are meant to do or never achieve much in life because of the mindset. So one of the things about rich people, wealthy people, is that they have a proactive mind, which we call a growth mindset. I know you've had conversations where you talk to people, even friends or acquaintances, and someone says, "No, that's how I am. You don't take me like that.
Yeah.
Leave me, or if you can't fit in, then let me be."
Yeah.
Now that's a fixed mindset. Now a person who has a growth mindset believes that there is room for growth.
True.
They can do better. They can think better. They can grow from step to another. And so the people who become wealthy, the people who become rich, have a proactive mindset. They speak positivity to themselves. They use terms like, I can do it. We can do it. We will do it.
There is no I can't do it.
We shall do it. No. There is no. You give them an idea and say, Adele, you know, we can start a business around this line, and they say,
I'm not able to do it.
Is that doable? Can we do it?
Yeah.
Won't we have a lot of challenges around them? So they have a mindset that tends to be more fixed.
Yeah.
And they think they can only, swim in places that they've swum before. And if you're thinking you're going to keep swimming in a place that you've swum before, then there is no room for growth or getting much wealthy.
You can't keep
must
doing.
be willing to swim in the dark, shallow ends. Because until you get out of there, then we add on another pin and say, you've now grown.
What I'm hearing about is risk.
Yes.
Taking risk. But Sam, taking risk is not easy.
Yes, it's not easy.
Most people are scared of risks.
It's not easy,
Yes.
and that leads me to another reason why successful people, rich people, wealthy people they take risks in areas they are passionate about. You see, let me tell you, risk is risky, but risk is beautiful.
Yeah.
I am into a line of coaching and personal growth and development. There are certain risks I can take in my line. For example, someone can call me in the morning and say, we have a training in the afternoon, and we need you to give
A talk.
a 1-hour talk. In what line and what area? I risk. I didn't prepare much, but it's been my passion.
Yeah.
And I risk, I take it on. However, if you're telling me to do something I've never done, I'm not passionate about, then the energies or the positivity of the mind is the one that first lets me down. So it brings us to another thing. One of the key ways to become successful or rich or wealthy is to do what you're passionate about. If you love animals, be selective and say, of which animals do I love? If I love cows, invest in cows. The risk that someone thinks is a huge risk of traveling to the farm, checking on a cow, making sure they have feed, they have salt, to you is not a risk.
To you is
it
a
becomes
passion.
a passion.
I
To
get
another
you.
person who doesn't have that as a passion,
It's hectic.
It's hectic. It's a risk.
It's annoying.
So another thing is take risks, but risk in areas you're passionate about.
Wow. And then the risk must come with something called discipline.
Yes.
How does that work with that mindset of people who want to be wealthy, especially in this year? How do we ensure that we manage that risk with some discipline in it?
Discipline for me is like growth. Every time you're trying to learn to walk,
Yes,
you're going to have to fall down.
that's true.
But you have to consistently keep getting up and keep trying to walk.
But that's what we fear most. Sir.
And that's what we fear most.
We don't want to go down all the time.
And
It's
that's what we
hectic.
fear most. So it needs that discipline to have the focus
Yeah.
and say you're not relenting. Not that every time you hear someone says, can we run, then you want to try to run.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at most of us young people, that discipline is letting us down. We want to be born. We don't want to crawl. We don't want to try and walk. We want to be born and run.
Yes, but that's not right. That's not even possible. When a child is born, there are steps they have to go through
Exactly.
to get to the stage where they can
Exactly.
actually run.
And that's why we have these issues in trying to grow rich and successful. You want to start working as a young junior staff in an organization today, and you want to drive a V8 which the CEO is driving. They have invested 20, 30 years in doing the same thing every day. So it has brought them a lot of income over time. You're running the Candid Talks, right? You cannot try to be an Oprah Winfrey instantly or Steve
Very
Harvey
true.
instant.
But I have to start somewhere.
You're on the journey. You're on the journey, and what you're doing is walking, is putting step by step, and people are watching. And you'll wake up one day, and Steve Harvey will call you and say, "I watch your shows.
That's my favorite speaker, by the
I
way.
watch your shows." And that's where the conversation
Yeah.
stays. So we need to learn the discipline to allow to what we call organic growth. Meet risks, face challenges, go through them, grow through them. But at a later stage, even when you're having a working team,
Yeah.
you actually informed of the reality, not the ideal. So we many of us live in the ideal, not the reality, and that fails us on the discipline.
Speaking of that, are rich people, do they get rich quickly? Because that's what our age group is doing. We want things so fast without working so hard for them. At the same time, we want to feel glorified in it. Is that an area which can bring you down should you take that route as a young person trying to get wealthy in this year? How does that get managed?
Okay, riches can bring wealth.
Yeah.
But wealth don't bring riches, because wealth is continuous. Wealth is a huge investment. Now, what we have with a lot of young people is craving to be rich and stop there. You know, Adele, if you give me 5 million now, and I walk around town in 5 million, I'll be rich. But 2 hours later, if you call me and say, I need my money, I will be broke.
Yeah.
So being wealth is an investment of riches. You invest the riches to create wealth. And that's where most of us, the young people, are going down. You want to please the peer, you want to please society, you want to wear an image, you want to be
wear
who
Louis
you're
Vuitton.
not, and so it brings you down. So yes, they earn liquidity, they have the liquidity to dispose of, but then in a long run, they cannot maintain that lifestyle. And that's what wealthy people do better than us. In 2023 now, which we're in, they are thinking 2027. I can tell you now I'm thinking 2025.
True.
Because 2023 must be done, 2024, because the more I think about 2025, it gives me better decision making for 2023. But if I myopically think about only 2023,
that's it.
It blocks me from seeing what happens. And much as I believe in the proverb of let's cross the bridge when we get there, I at times have reservations, because I need to understand where the bridge is. I need to understand how long,
big is the bridge?
How
strong?
deep is the ocean? So
How strong is
if I
that?
lose it on the bridge and I have to drown,
know?
I know how deep the ocean is.
That takes me to planning. what I'm hearing from the conversation is that rich people who want to be wealthy and grow some generational wealth plan.
Adelle, you can't live life planless.
Yeah.
We're having this conversation. You planned. We're
Yes.
ahead in time. You knew what day.
Yeah.
You knew what time. You knew what you're going to talk about. Now, that's where I always say some people live and then some people are alive. People who don't plan are alive.
Yeah.
They get out of home, walk to town, work. They're seen in offices. They work. They go back home.
And that's it.
And that's it. They are alive to each day. People who live plan. I know how many children I want because I know when I should get done with giving birth. Why? I need to know that by 40, I am not in business of giving birth. So that when I'm 60, my last born is 20. I cannot risk being 70 and I'm paying fees. and that's my focus. So
True.
I'm planning. So
Yeah.
every decision that I take today is informed of the plan I have for the future. So planning is extremely very important. If I know in our very small homesteads, I've gone to homes where they even plan meals for the week.
True. We
What are
actually
we
drop our
eating for
calendar.
Monday?
We
Yes.
drop our calendar and say, this is the food we're having the whole week.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Exactly. It's when we started balanced diet. Now let's equate it to balanced life.
Yeah.
You can have a balanced life when you plan. If you see successful people, they are not all over. They plan their holidays. They know every year they have 2 holidays, and they know that it happens in the summer or the other place where they are going during this period. There is winter or those things which you don't know here. We are always in the same environment. But they plan, they know.
Yeah.
And every time you plan, then it means that when you know that I need 10 million next year,
It is
then you know
available.
every week today I must save 10,000. If you don't plan, you always wake up and be firefighter.
Wow, I'm getting inspired and ready to make sure the new year is exciting. But as we conclude this short, sweet conversation,
Yes.
what is that 1 or 3 things you can tell this person, me inclusive, who wants to get rich this year, but also create sustainable wealth for the future? The things they must ensure that they are looking out for as they get the new year started.
1, read.
Yes.
Read, research. What doesn't grow dies.
Yeah.
You must read of the things you want to know about, not read haphazardly. No, be selective in what you consume, because the mind will eat from what you read, and that will inform how it thinks.
Yeah.
So read, research, and be able to accept that you're going to learn and relearn. 2, find a mentor. Find a mentor. In everything we intend to do or want to do, there is someone who's done it.
Yeah.
There is someone who's gone through the struggles and the processes of doing it. So find a mentor, someone you respect. And a mentor doesn't have to be someone very old. It can even be your peer. The mentor is someone you respect, someone you can listen to, but someone who can guide you. It's like your compass.
Yeah.
It tells you you're going south now, you're going north, you're going east. Don't go north because there are hurricanes in the north. So find a mentor. Also, finally, on number 3,
Yeah.
find a coach. A mentor and a
And a
coach
coach?
are different people. For a mentor, you look out for them. I mean, for a mentor, it's you to look out for them. It's you to be there for them. It's you to run to them. And quite often, mentorship has nothing to do with payment to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
No, it's looking up to someone to raise you up.
Yeah.
For a coach, you might have to release some little money to pay someone to guide you. Now, the difference is for a coach, he looks out for you. You build a plan. You build boundaries. You focus conversations on what you want to learn. You're able to draw your line into boundaries and draw your life into boundaries and then build a process to that. So for me, the 3 key take-homes in this year, 2023, read, research, and be willing to learn and relearn. That's where you'll be able to grow. 2, find a mentor. 3, find a coach.
Wow. I think for me, what I'm taking out of this as well is plan. Make sure that you are accountable. And this year cannot be successful without you putting in the work. You have to invest in yourself as well.
True.
Don't just fail, just do everything else, invest in everyone else, give out money anywhere you want except yourself. You must invest in yourself as well. I'm really excited about this year and this conversation. Let's get rich together, let's get wealthy together, but we must be able to plan accordingly. I'm really excited about this, and thank you, Sam, for joining this conversation. We're going to have more conversations with Sam, so make sure you stay with Candid Talk with Adelle. We are at Inyamat Garden. It's beautiful. You get time to come here and enjoy the weather, the small functions. It is really exciting. And here, we get to think and bring you such content. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye.